Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen. Allahumma salli wa sallim wa barik ala Sayyidina Maulana Muhammadin wa alihi wa ashabihi wa man wala. We are continuing with the description of the hair of the Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam as described to us by Hind ibn Abi Hala in his hadith that is transmitted by Imam Tirmidhi. And we are informed that the Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam wore his hair at three different levels at different times of his life. So at times his hair reached his earlobes, at other times it reached the middle of his neck, and there were times when he allowed his hair sallallahu alaihi wasallam to grow right up to the level of his shoulders. So we can intend in following the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam in any of these three stages that we may choose, and may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala bless us when we follow the hadith or when we follow the sunnah of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. It is famously mentioned to us that Imam Abdullah ibn Alwi al-Haddad radhiyallahu anh, towards the end of his life, he allowed his hair to grow to his neck. And he praised Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and he said that there is no sunnah of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam that I am aware of which I did not fulfill. That means he fulfilled all the sunnahs of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam except this one sunnah about growing the hair to the length or to the level of his neck. And he said that he praised Allah for allowing him to act upon that sunnah, and he did this towards the end of his life. So this shows us the Salafus Salihin, the pious amongst the Ummah of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, how they meticulously followed, or how they desired to follow every sunnah of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam and to fulfill it and to manifest it upon themselves before they passed from this world. This is something that we should also inculcate in our lives, something that we should desire to perform, to complete the sunnahs of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. And these days we find that the culture around us, that the youth like to grow their hair. So there is nothing wrong in doing that. Perhaps if they were to have this intention when growing their hair, that they intend to follow the sunnah of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, it would bring a lot of benefit to them, and it would incline them towards the deen and towards the perfection of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. We are told, as far as the hair of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam is concerned, that he would sometimes plait his hair. He would plait his hair, and this was done on a journey. And this had a very practical benefit to it, a very practical side to it, because in the desert, when traveling, you are exposed to a lot of sand, you are exposed to dust, and this can then affect your hair. So plaiting the hair would prevent dust and sand entering and settling into his blessed head. We are told that the Prophet ﷺ initially did not split or did not part his hair down the middle to differ with the mushrikeen, but then later on he decided to do that towards the end of his life. This was to make himself distinct and to show us ways in which if something had not been legislated by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, but it fell into the ambit of a situation where you might be categorized as following the mushrikeen, so he would separate himself from that. He would not do it so as to make himself distinct, so as to make his followers distinct from the idolaters. And we are told that the Prophet ﷺ shaved his head as well. And there are many instances where there was what is called taksir, shortening of the hair, and there was also hilaka, shaving his head in its entirety. Inshallah, we will look at this very exciting aspect of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam's hair in our next episode. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala allow us to walk upon the path of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, to be able to emulate him in all our various aspects of life. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi ta'ala wa barakatuh.